Five Nights at Freddy's has always intrigued me with its horror elements and its deep lore. As time went on though, that lore started to get more and more convoluted, and the horror elements started getting less and less, well, scary. For a while, I thought the FNAF that I grew to love was pretty much finished, replaced by this new age of FNAF gameplay and storylines. That is until FNAF Plus came along and gave me hope for those more classic FNAF elements returning. So, what the hell is going on with FNAF Plus? Hey girls, guys, and all people like it, is Mox here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about FNAF Plus. I am really sad to say that the FNAF Plus page has been taken down from Steam, and as far as I can tell, it's just no longer being worked on currently. I don't know if it'll get picked up in the future, but currently there is no developer for FNAF Plus, and it was kind of a big thing in the FNAF fan game community. I know I'm slightly late to the news, but I have good reason for that. So big news. I am moving. I am moving away, and because I'm moving, I am trying to hang out with a whole bunch of people as much as I can, which honestly has taken priority over the videos and stuff. I hope you guys can understand that. It's just a really big change, and it's gonna affect the channel in a number of ways. One of them being how often I can make videos going forward. It's gonna get a little sparse going forward, and then there's gonna be a whole bunch after that. I am really excited to be in a space where I'm just gonna be doing YouTube like way more often, and I think I'll just be a little more motivated to make these videos. Me editing me, recording me, I'm recording me, script writing me, all of them, everybody. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys understand that. And if you do want to help me out or support me in any way, you can join the channel as a member, and that would help me out a whole bunch, and I would be super appreciative. Or you can just hit like and get subscribed, and that'll help me out a whole bunch. It's totally free. I would super appreciate that. But yeah, anyway, on with the video. So here we are back on Twitter, looking at FNAF stuff. This is kind of old news at this point, but I did really want to cover this because FNAF Plus has been such a big part of the channel. It's kind of what inspired me to make a lot of FNAF videos, and it gave me like something to look forward to for like a big game that I could play for the channel. That's just gone now, so that kind of sucks. And it extra sucks because I've been using the FNAF Plus like everything for such a long time. The FNAF Plus office has been my background in like the gaming videos, in news videos, everything. My outro has a FNAF Plus trailer in it. I'm gonna have to change all that stuff. But you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. It'll help us move forward into a new age of the channel. My chair is slowly sinking. There we go. All right, so the first I've heard of this was from Kane, who made Pop Goes, a very popular FNAF fan game. Speaking of Pop Goes, if you'd like me to cover some Pop Goes stuff, I would super love to. It's always something that's been like pretty intriguing, but I never really got into it. But I did mention it in my upcoming FNAF Fan Games videos. So yeah, I do think it's pretty cool. All right, so here we go. This is where it all started for me. August 2nd. So not only does FNAF Plus currently have 0 developer attached to it on Steam, but FNAF has actually been banned entirely from the integrated discussion forum. That's crazy because FNAF, if you don't know, was the developer of FNAF Plus. I've been following them for a good long while, and I've talked about them a great deal because of their take on Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach and kind of the newer FNAF stuff in general. They shared very similar views as I did, which was just, I didn't really like the newer stuff. Admittedly, the newer story did begin to grow on me, but it just never really hit the same as OG FNAF. I've also talked about this before. I sound like a FNAF boomer. I apologize. Anyway, here's what the pictures looked like before the whole Steam page got taken down. Developer FNAF, publisher Click Team, no developer, no one there. Very spooky. And then FNAF has been banned. That's just crazy to me for the developer to be removed from their game. That's just so weird. For now, I'm just going to kind of go through their posts a little bit so we can kind of follow the timeline of things happening. But I think this is a pretty good post to keep in mind of. Even with FNAF Plus's ambiguous future, the fanverse will have produced all of these games, and then these games as well. I don't know if any of these are out yet. I think Pop Goes Arcade is out currently. I think My Pop Goes also might be, but there's all these other games to look forward to, so that's just a good thing to keep in mind. Also, I thought this was pretty funny. They had actually downloaded Five Nights at Freddy's Plus on Steam, like because they're affiliated with Click Team, they have access to the games that they publish and stuff. So it was in their library, but they were not able to actually play the game, which is a bit unfortunate. But if you do want to see me play the game, I played a fan's version of it, linked down in the description or in a card somewhere up there. But then that led me to some posts by JonnyBlox, someone I have also talked about in the past. Okay, so in this post he said that FNAF is taking a break from posting publicly, and he also confirmed that he's no longer developing FNAF Plus, and he's pretty much been terminated from the project, and that he's going to be focusing on his own stuff for now. Which is interesting to think about because when I first started following FNAF Plus, I always considered it their own project because it was so like, it its own thing compared to the current state of FNAF games, and it seemed kind of like that's what they wanted to do with it, but they were also obviously tied to the Fanverse initiative. So unfortunately, things happened the way they happened. And what did happen? I honestly can't speak fully on the topic because I am just not very involved in all this like drama stuff that happens. I think there was a lot going on and it was kind of crazy, but I do just want to say that I never really thought of FizzNom as a very polite person. Whenever I saw their posts and their reactions to other people and just the way they interacted with others online, I never really thought of it as very polite. He always seemed like a bit of a rude person, but I always thought to myself, like, I guess you're not obligated to be polite to anybody. I mean, it's not against the law to be rude, and they are making what seems to be a really interesting game, so they're not the nicest person, but it's a game that I want to follow because it's an interesting looking game. I found some posts that were talking about it, but again, I don't really want to like delve too much into the drama aspect of things just because that's not really what the channel's all about. I don't really want to talk about a whole bunch of content creator drama and stuff like that. But on the surface, what I can tell is Phil or FizzNom, their fans were like some not so nice things to this other content creator, and FizzNom was just being not very nice about it. And apparently some death threats happened to this other content creator, and the only thing FizzNom did was kind of joke about it, from what I can tell, which is not super chill. I don't like, we don't super condone that. That's not great. But then things kind of, I guess, just escalated from there, and it led to FizzNom being taken off of the project, which is unfortunate for the project. I'm not going to comment too much about the drama, except that death threats are awful. Do not do that. That's a horrible thing to do. Obviously, I don't know why that even needs to be said. But yeah, also, it's a good thing to be polite, I guess. I don't know. And I think that's the most up-to-date news I have on the topic. It's really unfortunate because FNAF Plus looked like it was going to be such a good game, at least just judging by the vibes and all like the teaser trailers and stuff. I covered a whole bunch of those. I gave it a whole lot of praise, but there are other games that will come out and other games that will be just as nice looking, just as like reinvigorating for the franchise, I guess. So we just got to stay positive. But I did just want to talk about it on the channel because, again, I talked about it so much. Five Nights at Candy's is still a thing that's coming out. Pop Goes, The Joy of Creation, I think, is something else that's also coming out. I think the developers have even put out like some slight teasers and stuff, which is amazing. The Joy of Creation is like one of the most famous FNAF fan games ever. Unfortunately, by the time it was like in full release, I wasn't really playing too much FNAF games on the channel, so I never got the chance to check it out. But maybe when the second game releases, I can cover that if you guys are interested, and you can let me know down in the comments below, because I would love to revisit all that stuff because I've watched them, but it's been a while, and it's always good to have a refresher when the new games come out. Same thing with Pop Goes Evergreen. It looks super good. It looks great, and I would be happy to revisit the original game, learn about the lore, stuff like that. And I just can't go through a FNAF video without talking about the FNAF movie. There's been some minor news coming out. I think there was like some kind of leaked trailer. Some pre-production footage has popped up online, and I would love to cover all that stuff. It's been so long since I've covered the FNAF movie on the channel, and I'd like to get back to it. And if that's something you guys are interested, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. I'm really excited to be covering all this stuff, and we just gotta try our best to stay positive amongst all the drama and negative things going on online and just all over the place. Oh yeah, also it was FNAF's 9th anniversary, so happy birthday, anniversary, FNAF. Yeah, anyway, that's gonna be just about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you all in the next one, and goodbye.